In this demo we will use Derek, a solution architect at Best Bikes. He is tasked with enhancing the dynamics with Teams integration, particularly focusing on embedded call controls. The objective is to implement a feature where a screen pops up if a customer has a scheduled delivery when they make a call. Additionally, the aim is to direct VIP customers to specialized agents and flag them for prioritized attention.
What we're really going to be focusing on from Derek's perspective is the apps themselves. Derek is kind of challenged with bringing this all together, and he's off there talking to his CX leaders and his IT team, and he's really trying to determine exactly what needs to be done here. And he understands that, hey, from that enterprise application framework perspective, he can pick from pre-built apps that are already going to be out there. We'll, again, dive a little deeper into what those pre-built apps are. And then he also knows that he has the ability to use apps that allow for low code, no code. So he already knows that there's some things already out there in different systems that he may want to already take advantage of. And although it's not 100% Microsoft ecosystem wise, it does use some back end, in this case, from a custom apps perspective. We're going to bring in custom apps and also talk a little bit how they kind of also relate to the low code, no code. And from those actual enterprise applications and from that Microsoft actual ecosystem, we have a bunch of different pre-apps and the low code, no code. So you got your dynamics, your transcription, your teams, you got your cognitive services and your Copilot, and your low code, no code, you're going to have Power Apps, Power Automate, and just Office in general. And what he's going to do is right from here, he was just going to go out to get more apps, and he's going to go check out our actual app gallery to be sure he has the actual apps he requires. He sees some of the things here. He's going to scroll down because the specific apps from the Microsoft ecosystem are a little further down, and he's going to pick these specific apps. So these are your pre-built apps from your Microsoft CRM 365, which is going to be the front end of what runs this show, to Teams, which we talked about. We're going to integrate that into Microsoft 365, and then the Power Apps and the Power Automate. Each Power App needs to be built. So in this case, again, just doing some sort of quick delivery thing that will be able to show the information that's happening per where that person calling in is associated to. He's also needs that Power App to be able to determine through the legacy systems what's actually happening for that, if that is an actual VIP customer, because he doesn't, for some reason, they don't have it in Microsoft today. And then lastly, the actual custom side of things, he needed a custom app because he wanted to be able to show that that customer coming in is actually a VIP customer. So he's just creating a quick app within Creator Studio that actually will allow for that to be embedded in our framework as well. So not only is this going to do things from other frameworks, but it's going to be our frameworks. We'll go ahead and just go and find those specific apps that we needed, and we have them here. So we'll go ahead and add in our Microsoft 365. We want our Power App to be able to bring in our low code, no code. And we want our Teams, of course, to be able to integrate Teams into the Microsoft. And we want that custom code that we built earlier for that VIP to be sure the VIP is coming in. And for that VIP to come in, well, we need to check our legacy data with our actual flow that we built. Now, the Power app is just I'll call it like a shell. It's the ability to bring Power Apps, but it's based off DaVinci data. So any data that you might have coming in, any data that's being sent in from there can actually be passed through to any one of these kind of apps. And we look at these particular ones like the Power Apps and the Power Automate. They're what we call interceptor apps. So not only that data that's coming across, but the events that handle that data. In this particular case, we're watching on an interaction event. So when an interaction is happening, that call is coming in, that data is coming with that call. We're taking that data and we're able to push it into all of these apps. But on the other side, these apps may require data based on the app itself. So the Power Automate needs to go to a legacy system to be able to pull in specific data to make sure it's a VIP customer, which then will associate and let the VIP app know that it needs to be available to show. Same with the Power apps. Caller can't called in. The data that was associated to that person calling in needs to go out to the Power app. The Power app, so they can find the delivery and do what it needs to do to be able to show that. So what we have here is Microsoft CRM. We have our teams embedded into our CIF, and we'll go ahead and put a call through. Just going to have it go directly to the agent. And as it's coming into the agent, you see something popped up here on the left. We got our call over here. We got our call information popping into our activities automatically. We got the screen that actually popped in. Just going to answer the call. So we got an answered call. And also the main information that I'm working with that customer is because they called in and they did have a delivery, their delivery schedule came up right here on the screen. We do have the information. You saw the app that they were building to be able to go out and see this, kind of just showing how the weather's going there, being able to talk to that actual that contact about what's going on within the environment or the delivery area. One of the things what he was actually going to do was check, because the delivery was a little late. He wanted to actually check it around and change the route of that delivery, just to help him out a little bit. So he's now kind of third on the list, and he wants to get that route over to the driver.